Welcome back to MainStation. So today we have no trades or no real tickers we are going on. We're going to look at some tickers, but mainly I want to emphasize in this video the importance to look where money is flowing and where money could flow into. So as you can see right here, we get CGC. If you look at the Canadian index of the marijuana sector, you can see that CGC is right on the top. And if you type in MJ, you will, if it's going to load, no, that's not really what I meant. Interesting. MJ sector, I don't know where I found this. Right, here it is. You'll see that that CGC actually makes up the most percentage of the ETF. You can see that if you look at efficiency, tradability, no, it's efficiency, yeah, right here, around 10%. Then the Kronos Group, Tilray, and so forth. So CGC is the leader of the MJ ETF in Canada. So, and we've talked about this on my videos, or I've talked about it on my videos, and this is CGC, and we had like this falling wedge on the daily, 4 hour, weekly, and so forth time frame. So actually quite significant in my opinion, and we have seen it break. We have not reached a higher high. We could say we have set higher low. I'm not too convinced yet. I'd like to see it a bit more clear. But, and this is the big but, it is underperforming. It's not performing as I would have liked it to, and definitely underperforming the S&P 500, which is quite interesting, as you can see right here. Maybe we had over 3% gain on the last Friday. So this is actually interesting because like we haven't seen even 1%, not even 0.5% on CGC in gains. And this is very, very warning. If you look at Kronos, that's the second leader. Even here, we haven't reached, or we have closely reached above 2%. This is also not very significant compared to like gains we had right here, and right here. So this is a bit warning in my opinion. And if you want to conclude, or if you want to hear out another opinion, you can look at thechartguys.com, also on YouTube, and they will most likely share my opinion. So yeah, this is CGC, and as I told you, comparing it to similar stocks, like if you look at Amazon, I mean, of course Amazon is a bit more well known, but we had at least like 5% on the big stocks like Apple, yeah, almost 5%, and on maybe Tesla, yeah, also over 5%, almost 6%. So compared to CGC, not reaching 0.5% is very, very bad in my opinion. Also, this breakout is like I would have liked to set a higher low maybe on one day and then see continuation, but it has just been like a fade away in a very strange pattern in my opinion. It is an equilibrium basically, if you like eliminate this wick right here, but this wick is kind of important because it has very nicely touched the 50 hour. So yeah, like you can say this is a bull flag. I don't think it is a bull flag. It's more of a descending triangle, in my opinion, if you draw a trend line right here. But we had like a triple top, or almost a quadruple top right here, and then set a double bottom right here, and a triple bottom right here, and another triple or double top right here, and then another bottom in this vicinity. So very strange pattern, very unclear, not really tradable in my opinion. Well, if we reach above 29, as I told you, I'm looking at 30, about a 30-ish. So, well, that's that. But that's actually not what I'm going to talk about right now, because I want to emphasize the importance of the US index. And as you can see, compared to Chrono, CGC, and we can also look at APHA, or Aurora Cannabis. Where is it? Aurora ACB, right there, ACB, like not even 2%. Yeah, very underperforming, and not real nice. Also, it's hovering around actually quite important support area, and we haven't seen a rally which would set the support area as significant one more time and reach it back above recent highs. So on the Canadian MJ sector is generally underperforming, and compared to like some stocks on the US Mariana index, we can see that if we type in like GWPH, yes, it's been dropping quite significantly, but compared to recent stocks, like almost 10% in one day, the rally has been very nice actually from the bottom. Of course, it correlates with the S&P 500 and Dow Jones and so forth, no question asked, but the rallies have been way better, way more percentage-wise gains compared to the Canadian MJ sector and CURA, CURA Cannabis, CURA Leaf. Well, this is just a bit more drastic, but yeah, the gains have been like this has been in the end of October. I think this was actually the OTC market, and then it has launched. I'm not quite sure. I haven't looked in it yet, but also on the last day of trading, over 7% gains. We had like this bull flag. You could almost call it a bull flag. Of course, this is very small data we have here. Actually, almost in all of them. Maybe on CVSI right here we have much more data we can compare it to, and I'm going to talk about this most likely in another video, because this is actually quite important. And why it is important is because we have now a quite prolonged weekly equilibrium on it and a nice bull move. So this is most likely, in my opinion, going to break to the upside. Yes, around CVSI there are but some rumors, and recent history is not favoring it too much, because there's been fraud issues and so forth. So I'm not looking for any like long-term position. In my opinion, we can make this, or I would like to trade it more short-term, and by breaking some resistances right here around like $6 And as you can see, this equilibrium has a very big range. We have almost 100% to the top of it from right here, and we are now right in the middle, actually, or about right in the middle. So USI is very interesting in my opinion. And KCHB, for example, KCHB, also in an equilibrium. I haven't done any TA on it yet. We could see an inverse head and shoulders. I could, but it's more, since the neckline is like descending, and we have like yeah, it's actually a double bottom more than anything really of a lower low. So might actually be some sort of descending triangle. So I'm not sure yet on this one, but I can get into a bit more detail in another video on some of these stocks. Yeah, and yeah, this website is quite interesting. I haven't looked at it too much yet, but I'm going to look at these stocks right here, most likely, and compare them to Canadian MJ stocks and see which are performing nicely, which have nice patterns I'd like to trade, and I'll get back to you guys and girls, of course, if I have some in my YouTube community. Would be very interesting. But yeah, so just using my time a bit more productively on the weekend. Of course, I'm not too productive on a weekend, in my opinion, at least, like playing games and so forth. So don't take yourself too seriously sometimes. And yeah, see you guys back next time with most likely a bit more TA on some of these stocks. And of course, next week is going to be interesting in general on the SP 500, Dow Jones, and so forth, US markets, and yeah, see you guys back next time. Have a nice weekend. Bye.